My second Lacerator build by Dangerously Incompetent. I've added a pair of Lacerators, so I now have 4, and a veritable shield of chainsaw on the front of my build. I could go more than 4, but looking at the front, what can you see? You can see the shield of chainsaw, a couple of big feet, and a colossus. Oh, and my hover catchers. So I thought 4, that'll do. We'll try that. I also thought, oh, you know what? Let's use the ghost. I've had it sitting in my inventory for ages and never really used it. And if we have a look at the perk, weapon damage increases by 1.5% per second whilst the car is in stealth. The bonus is reset after 5 seconds. It's a bit not really understanding that from the text. But if you try it out, what happens is, whilst you're cloaked up, your damage bonus increases and increases and increases, and then when you drop out, let's say when you've hit the side of your intended victim, you keep that damage bonus for 5 seconds. Well, that sounds ideal, really, doesn't it? It's exactly what I've been doing with the Lacerators. I cloak up, approach my victim, and then grind away for a few seconds, and then by the end, hopefully they're destroyed, or if not, it's time to cheese it. So that sounds like a synergy to me, so we're giving the ghost a try. Still got big feet, and oh yeah, I do find that sometimes people bounce off a bit, and you need something to hold them on. I could try a Skinner, but where am I really going to put it? I don't want to put it high up, because that means you get pulled over really easily. So what about pooping out Kapkans? That will hold them still enough for me to get at them, won't it? Yeah, right, so we'll do that. We still have the Chameleon Mark II for the stealthy approach, and Maxwell, fused for full range, of course. So I know I'm not jumping into an ambush, or I can spot people who have separated themselves from the herd, and I needed 1 extra power, so there's a generator. Or was it 2 extra power? Which generator did I put in? Big G safe. I only needed 1 more power point. Right. That's the package. Let's see if it can deliver. On the Novigrad map, that's the new one with geysers. Note to self, avoid boiling puddles. But this new map is great for your melees because it's got lots of buildings and lots of bumps in the landscape, which means you can hide from all those annoying snipers. Marvellous. The Lacerators do well against unprotected structure, and they do good against wheels, but some of the other stuff, which is hardened against melee damage, so you do less damage, which that could be quite painful sometimes. You know, like your bumpers and your ploughs and your tracks and your mechanical legs. Oh, look at this, there's a sniper. He's hung around at the back so long that he's separated from the herd. Let's have him. Ah, yes. He's got mechanical legs, hardened against melee damage. I'm not doing as much damage as I would like. I could get him on the front, but what's that? Oh, it's a train plough and a snow plough, which is also resistant to melee damage. But now he's on my Kapkan. Ha! That should make things better. Maybe I can get to a side or a rear, or maybe I could if I wasn't being rammed up by my ally, who appears to be a drone build. Why are you trying to wedge him? It is a leg build. He's just going to walk off you. Look, you're getting in the way. Oh, have I got him? I've got a leg off. Can I get in that gap now and really? Oh, there's the plough's gone. I've been here so long. Right, this is better. Oh, I've been wedged again. You've got drones. You can go and hide around the corner of the building. My radar detector will tell your drones where to go. Aha, now both legs are off, and yes, he's finished. Haha. Well, wasn't exactly the best play from me then. Once I saw his mechanical legs, I should have gone somewhere else really, because I know I have the hard time with them. But I'm a bit stubborn sometimes, and I was there and I'm going to do him. Kapkans work well with the Lacerators. Totally worth the 2 energy you have to pay, and for the extra expanded ammo pack box to get their ammo count up. and they're worth it alone for the hilarity, but they make the enemy more vulnerable to you and the rest of your team. So I'm definitely getting more wins when I'm using Kapkans, I feel. So he's stuck on my Kapkan, lets me get to the side, straight through the wheels and through the cabin and the rest of the structure. Huzzah! If only I'd managed to, cloak up before I got there. Now, what should we do? Oh, there's one guy of ours on our own versus another guy. Right, let's go put the odds in our favour, shall we? I'll go help him. Cloak too soon because it's worn off, and then the damage bonus is worn off. Right, he's nearly finished actually, but oh well, I'm here now. Let's finish him off. Excellent, good teamwork, great. Concentrating of firepower and all that. But it seems Xing Ting wasn't too pleased. I've stolen his kill. What? No, it's a team game, as I tell him. But that doesn't mollify him either. Watch his next comment. I was alone. Well, that's your fault. That's you playing badly, being alone and getting chewed up by an enemy. You should have kept up with the rest of us. Right, moving on. Oh, look, there's a sniper up there on that cliff top, and he's on his own. Well, more or less on his own. I'll get him. This time I managed to cloak, and you can see the ghost cabin's damage bonus racking up, but I drop out cloak just a bit too soon, and half the time I get with the damage bonus is gone. It's really quite awkward at times trying to use the ghost cabin's damage bonus, but I've Kapkaned him. Now I need to just get him in the vulnerables. Let's haha! The second Kapkan done the treat. It's knocked him over and he's stuck. Haha! Right, now you're mine. Oh, I'm getting shot from behind. Oh, he's self-destructing. Run away. Now I make a bad choice here. I turn right. I should have turned left and gone towards the rest of my allies. Now I've got two guys chasing after me and shooting me up. When I could have, well, actually, odds are 2 to 1. I should have gone towards my allies. Oh, I nearly had him. Oh, this guy's on fire. If I could just get him, he's still got. What has he got? It's an auto cannon or something. Oh, there go the wheels. Oh, I'm stuffed. Yeah, that was a poor decision. But I nearly had him, and nearly had his mate. And anyway, the rest of the team has finished off who they were dealing with and come to finish them. Nice. So, not bad. Nearly 1,700 points, and the MVP, how many kills did we get? 3 kills and 2 assists. Fairly good. The shield of chainsaws idea works pretty well. I'm well defended from the front, and they do a significant amount of damage if I can get all 4 of them onto somebody, but people keep on bouncing off. But then that's why I've got the Kapkan. The other thing is people tend to get stuck in this corner here between the Bigfoot and the frame and the Lacerator. And when you're driving around in a dogfight trying to get my 4 Lacerators into their side, I often end up pushing against them on the side. If only I could get the Lacerator, another Lacerator maybe, or possibly mount the Lacerators horizontally. I wonder if this part of the Lacerator does damage. If it does, I should mount them horizontally, and then when the other enemy is sort of here, this part here, then I'd be doing damage to them. That would help. The rest of the build looks a bit ugly, doesn't it? Looks like I cobbled it together in a minute. And I didn't. It's totally the ghost cabin's fault. It's got lumpy bits sticking out everywhere. I mean, look at this empty row of squares here. You'd think I'd be able to fit something in there, but I can't, because that little sliver of the nose of the cabin blocks those squares. Yeah. And also it's got far too few attachment points for you to integrate it nicely in a slick looking build, unless you like totally expose the cabin. The perk works okay. I mean, you get 15%, well, with a Chameleon Mark II you can get 15% extra damage for like 5 seconds, but it can be hard to use because the timing is so critical. You want to go and cloak exactly 15 seconds before to get the maximum damage bonus, and then just as you reach it, you drop out of cloak and then you've got 5 seconds of damage. The number of times I cloak up and just couple of seconds too early, and I get to the enemy, start doing damage, and then the damage bonus is gone. So it's awkward to use. And the last thing I don't like about the Ghost, though it's got 6 power, which is great, low end acceleration is pretty good, it's got a maximum cabin speed of 80, which isn't that fast. It's not much faster than the heavies cabins or tracks. And the number of times I've gone after someone and initially think, aha, I'm catching them because I got better low end acceleration because of all that power, but then I hit my maximum speed and they're still accelerating and they get away. So yeah. Maybe I'll try one of those 100km/h epic cabins like the Cerberus next. Yeah, let's try that. Overall, I'd rate this build as okay, verging on poor. There are moments to enjoy when you Kapkan a couple of enemies and then chew your way straight through them, but a lot of the time it's quite frustrating to play when you're trying to catch people and trying to get your Lacerators onto them. So my Lacerator build definitely needs more development.